that, I would ask all of you to please join me in welcoming the leader in the House, who was a stalwart on both of these bills and without whom it wouldn't have happened, Speaker Mattiello.
Thank you, Governor, and thank you all for coming. I'm going to spend a few minutes just thanking a lot of folks that contributed greatly to the ultimate signing of these bills today. I want to thank the Governor for her leadership on these issues, and it was a pleasure to work with you, Governor, on all of them. And Senate President Dominic Ruggiero, thank you also. We collaborated and conferred significantly working on these issues, and I think we have some very good bills as a result of that collaboration. So I want to thank them. I want to thank Representative Dennis Canario, who is not here today. He's a retired police officer from Portsmouth, and he still works as a school safety officer. So today he's protecting kids in Portsmouth, and we thank him for that. But he was instrumental in the red flag bill. The police chiefs reached out to us, and they reached out through Dennis, and because he's a police officer, and they worked together, and Dennis worked with everybody involved, the police chiefs, Colonel Asumpico, just my legal counsel. I think she was actually on vacation, and she was working via cell phone with everybody getting this bill drafted. It was so important. So I want to thank Dennis for doing that. I want to thank Representative Bob Craven for sponsoring the bump stock legislation. That is common sense legislation whose time is certainly past due. If you look at the legislation that's before us, they are real good common sense pieces that actually will go a long way to protecting people. And I also want to thank the House members that are here today that are so supportive. And really, we had virtually unanimous support. These are just the members that were able to take time out of work today. And that's Representatives John Philippe Barros, Carol McEntee, Jason Knight, Catherine Kazarian, Marcia Ranglin-Vassell, Aaron Regenberg, and Teresa Tanzi. So thank you all for your work on both of these bills. And I really have to give a shout out to all of my other House colleagues. This was a very collaborative effort just because of everybody's day job. Everybody could not be here for such an important event. All of them understood that these two initiatives are common sense initiatives. I believe that a lot of our gun violence is behavioral health related. Some of it could not happen but for behavioral health issues and folks needing help. And where we see these red flags, where there are clear indications that someone is an imminent danger, it's incumbent upon us to act. And a lot of folks came together to actually create the tools. And the tools to act are in those two bills. And once those bills are signed, Colonel Asumpico, the state police, our police chiefs, all of our law enforcement professionals will have the tools that they need to apply for a restraining order to a judge and to get firearms away from folks that just should not have them. Folks that have given warning through their behavior that they just should not have firearms. So I'm very pleased that we're able to come together to do that. I want to thank Central Falls Chief James Mendoza, the chief of the president of the Police Chiefs Association, for all of his hard work. I want to thank Edward Mello for his assistance. He's a chief from Jamestown who's here today. I want to thank Colonel Parry, Stephen Parry, and I know he's up there somewhere, the Providence Public Safety Commissioner. Colonel Parry is always a great asset to provide us expertise and assistance when it comes to law enforcement. So thank you, Colonel Parry or Commissioner Parry, for your assistance. And I've worked out with Colonel Parry or Commissioner Parry, so that's not as pleasant as working with Commissioner Parry on these issues, but thank you for your expertise. I've already spoken about the common sense nature of these laws, so I'm just gonna thank all of you that are here today advocating. Advocacy and input and pushing the ball in the right direction in this case brought us to some real good results. So thank you for your advocacy, thank you for your time, thank you for your dedication to our community.